I've sold a handful of my ACEOs over the last couple days, so let's package them up. I've been able to pay for my groceries 2 months in a row by selling ACEOs on eBay. I'm on average for $10 each, and today I'm packaging up 3, 4. The main question I get is all about shipping, and it's not as complicated as some of you guys are making it out to be. You don't have to have tracking. And to be honest, I don't know how to set up the 74-cent tracking that someone was talking about in the comments. If that's the thing, they can make a video about it. I don't know how to do that. For me, this is my whole process. I've had no issues. I have never lost an ACO and I've never had one damaged. The only time I have ever had an issue with an ACO getting to someone properly, it was my fault. In the very beginning of me doing this, I didn't package it correctly. There was ink transfer onto another ACO that I had made. I talked to the customer. She didn't want a refund. She just asked for me to remake it. So I redrew the exact same thing. I store all of my ACOs in this little index card holder. It broke. I got it from Dollar Tree. I taped it back together. It does what it needs to do. Sold a couple of ducks. I want to say I sold this chair drawing as well. It's like 4:30 in the morning, but my kids are asleep and I woke up and I was like, hell yeah, brother. You guys are also, I think, overcomplicating what these have to be. The whole point is just that they are original art. Like, one of my main things I love to draw are chairs. I really like to draw chairs. This is a high chair. This one that sold is just a regular dining chair, wheelchair. My whole chair series, I actually think I still need to upload some of these. These don't have to be as complicated as some people are like making it out to be. Like, I have little pen and ink doodles. And for everyone that's worried about the labor cost, these are things that I would be drawing anyways. The things I sell ACOs of are basically my sketchbook. These are things that I was drawing anyway, that I just like to draw anyway. So all I've done is just make sure it's in the correct size to be able to sell them. Otherwise, it'd be huge wasted labor, right? Like, if I'm putting in my sketchbook and then never selling it, think of it that way. This is how they look when they're packaged up. This person actually bought 2 of these ducks, so I'm just going to put the other duck on the other side. You sell your ACO, make sure that you sign the back, put at least the year and then the title or the edition number. I've also gotten a lot of questions about the editions. Editions are not something that you have to do. It's just something that I like to do. I like to do series, and that's because I draw these all on one big page and then I cut it up. For me, it's just like my flow state, because whenever I do something like this, I do all of the similar things at the same time. Duck series, I drew everything in this light pink color first. I went back with the darker colors and did them all at once. This just helps me like get into a flow state, stay in a flow state, enjoy what I'm doing, because the whole point of this is to make money from what I'm going to do anyways, what I like to do anyways. So this is what the pouch looks like. It's so thin. People are getting them on Alibaba for really cheap to buy them in bulk. So you're having to drop like $100 or something. That's fine. I got kids. We're a little bit paycheck to paycheck. I also got a lot of questions about how I seal things. There are some things I don't seal. So like, these are acrylic markers. So I did not seal these because there's really not a reason to. If it was like oil paint, watercolor, or something that needed sealant, I would seal it. I highly recommend, for whatever paper you use, make a test. So I sell a lot of strawberries, so I just drew a strawberry. I tested satin finish, an iridescent finish, and then a gloss medium finish. What I use most of the time is the Krylon matte finish spray. I've always used this. I went to art school, and ever since art school, I've been using this one mainly, but I do have these other things for paintings. The Krylon, I do a lot of like charcoal and graphite drawings as well, so I'll use the Krylon on that. But if it's acrylic marker, or probably even acrylic paint, there's really not a reason to seal it unless you're just trying to give it a different finish. These are my corner protectors. I just got them from Hobby Lobby. I'm sure you can get them at Michael's. I'm sure you can get them at maybe even Dollar Tree, to be honest. These seem like they could be a Dollar Tree thing. But they're not expensive. They're like, what's the package say? $2.79 on them. I will tuck it onto one corner and then I'll center the whole drawing. Since there's 2 of them, I really try to make sure that they're even, because in my ideal world, they're displayed together. I'm trying to do this upside down. And then I'll go onto the opposite corner, really make sure it's straight, stick it down. And then that makes sure that it's all even Stevens. And then I'll go ahead and do the other 2 corners. I used to do just 2 corners just to like have it in there every single time, but it just looks so much nicer with 4. And for my higher edition things, I'm like, well, they look really nice, so I would like for them to be displayed together. I would like for them to be displayed the way I want them to be displayed. which it's their art. They can display it however they want. But this just makes it easier because if you think about it, this card is 4x6. 4x6 is a standard frame size. So my thought is they can put this inside of a frame folded if it's just one, or they can cut it in half, or they can even just set it on a tabletop like this. And it's just a pink card to go with the pink ducks, so I know they like pink. If this person had only bought one, the other side would be a thank you note from me. And for my higher edition things, I also write a little story about like how the series came to be, my thoughts while I was making it. It's a nice little handwritten thing. I don't premeditate them. I just kind of come up with them while, like, I premeditate why I do a series, but the notes I kind of write in the moment. Since she bought two, I'll write it on a separate piece of paper and tuck it in here. One reason you don't want to overpackage is because I only ship with one stamp if it's inside the US. You don't want to overpackage because you don't want to make it too heavy. So even my thank you notes, I actually got origami paper because it's so incredibly thin, but it's also really pretty.